When you're stressed, you're told to take a deep breath. But did you know that's probably making things worse? This is the story of how one doctor challenged what we knew about breathing, and how as time goes on, it's clear he may have been right. The Buteyko Method was developed by Dr. Konstantin Buteyko, born in Kiev in 1923. Originally he followed his father into mechanics, enrolling at a polytechnic. But this path was interrupted by the war, during which he worked as a mechanic for the Soviet army. After the war, Buteyko switched careers. When the war ended, I decided to start researching the most complex machine, man. I thought if I learned how to diagnose human ailments, I'd do so as easily as I diagnosed mechanical issues. After graduating in 1952, Buteyko observed something startling during his medical training. He noticed that as death approached, people's breathing became progressively deeper. He claimed, "I could tell the day, or even the hour, of the patient's death by how deeply they breathed." Buteyko's personal health struggle furthered his theories. He developed severe high blood pressure and was given just a year to live. But on October 7, 1952, he had a realization. The hypertensive disease he was developing could be a consequence of deep breathing. He began consciously reducing his breathing and noticed improvements in his symptoms, eventually curing himself and going on to live a long life. In 1959, Buteyko's method was put to the test in clinical trials. By the 1980s, his work gained recognition, particularly in treating asthmatic children at a Moscow hospital. However, it wasn't without opposition. Dr. Buteyko faced major setbacks during his career, including the closure of his laboratory, exile to Siberia, and even physical attacks. Buteyko made some unconventional claims about his abilities, including his work on ESP, extrasensory perception. Declassified CIA documents from 2020 reveal that the agency investigated Buteyko for his research into psychic healing, specifically his experiments involving bioenergy transmission. According to the records, Buteyko had perfected his method in the early 1980s by conducting experiments with patient volunteers placed between two concave mirrors. A medical specialist would sit beside the patient, focusing on transmitting psychic energy and empathizing with the patient's discomfort. Researchers believed that the mirrors focused this energy. While Buteyko's psychic claims may seem too unconventional, the breathing methods he developed are simple, and they've been studied now. The Buteyko Method is a breathing protocol that retrains how we breathe. Its central theory is that overbreathing, breathing too much, underlies many health conditions, from asthma and high blood pressure to sleep apnea, anxiety, fibromyalgia, and even facial development issues. The method emphasizes nasal breathing as essential for good health. Buteyko aims to reduce minute volume, the amount of air inhaled and exhaled in a minute, which in turn helps normalize carbon dioxide levels in the body. When we overbreathe, we expel too much CO2, which is vital for various bodily functions. Low CO2 levels can lead to symptoms like dizziness, shortness of breath, confusion, muscle spasms, and even anxiety. CO2 isn't just a waste product. It regulates pH, influences the urge to breathe, and aids in oxygen utilization. Buteyko's approach includes 7 key breathing exercises designed to increase CO2 levels. One such exercise, Breathe Light, encourages slow, shallow breaths to reset the body's chemoreceptors, the cells that detect CO2 levels. This exercise can help individuals shift away from chronic hyperventilation. In rescue situations, such as asthma or panic attacks, small breath holds can be used quickly to restore normal CO2 levels. The technique involves exhaling fully, holding the breath for 5 seconds, then breathing normally for 10 seconds, and repeating this cycle for 10 minutes or until symptoms subside. It's similar to breathing into a paper bag. Though research on Buteyko has been mixed, the method has gained attention in recent years. James Nestor's book Breathe, The New Science of Lost Art, helped popularize breathing retraining, shedding light on the rise of chronic mouth breathing, which is linked to health issues like snoring, asthma, and autoimmune diseases. While some skepticism remains, particularly due to Buteyko's eccentricities and the method's Russian origin, there is a growing recognition of the power of breathing exercises. A 2020 Cochrane review, for example, found that breathing exercises may improve quality of life, reduce hyperventilation symptoms, and enhance lung function, particularly in asthma sufferers. Many of us know that modern life takes a toll on our bodies, but we might not realize that it's also reshaping our facial structures, leading into chronic mouth breathing. Humans have evolved to breathe through the nose, and chronic mouth breathing can lead to numerous health issues, especially in children, affecting facial development. Nasal breathing offers several benefits: humidifying the air, promoting a slower, more controlled breathing rate, which is linked to improved heart rate variability and better autonomic function, both of which are tied to lower disease mortality and increased longevity. Children who habitually breathe through their mouths are at a higher risk of dental issues and facial abnormalities. Modern life, with its stresses and sedentary habits, also weakens our respiratory muscles and promotes rapid, shallow breathing. Even something seemingly innocuous, such as email apnea, holding your breath while reading emails, can exacerbate or trigger breathing problems. Breathing isn't just a physical act, it's a powerful window into our mind-body connection. Slow, controlled nasal breathing has been shown to reduce stress, improve sleep, and even increase endurance in athletes. With methods like Buteyko, we can consciously influence our autonomic nervous system, regulate our blood pH, improve relaxation, simply by breathing less. All of our lives, we've been told, take a deep breath, but we know now that advice is wrong. Dr. Buteyko discovered that breathing less, not more, could be the key to better health, and modern science is finally catching up. So next time you're stressed, tired, or struggling to breathe, don't take a deep breath. Instead, breathe light and see what happens.